All of this leads me to this one particular moment in my life where I would say one sweatshirt changed my entire perspective on self-worth. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see I'm wearing a sweatshirt and there's some words on my sweatshirt. And so my sweatshirt says, "So worth loving." So the story behind the sweatshirt, I was about 19 years old and my family had taken a trip to Atlanta. And so we were going for a woodworking convention because my dad owned his own business and he did woodworking. So we had gone to Atlanta, and one of the nights we were there, we had gone to this kind of like a mall, but it was a renovated old factory turned into kind of like a mall. So they had a bunch of really cool one-off shops. And I remember walking into the store, and a lot of the pieces in there, they were from local businesses. It was really cool to see these local pieces. And I remember stopping at this one section, and it was the So Worth Loving section. There wasn't a lot of pieces. There was a sweatshirt and there was like a t-shirt. And I remember picking up this blue sweatshirt, and I remember seeing the words, "So worth loving." And I was immediately hooked. And when something like that happens, the only way I can express it is it felt like there was something that was unlocking in me. So it didn't really make any sense. After I bought the sweatshirt, I had started to look into what this company was. Because how do you have a name of a company called So Worth Loving? Because there's weight behind that. There's intentionality behind that. What does that mean? And so I remember looking it up. I remember seeing the founder. Her name was Erin Eady, and she had created So Worth Loving. She even wrote a book called So Worth Loving, and you can find it on Amazon. And it was so beautiful because when I had stumbled upon the website and I was looking into it, it wasn't just a clothing company. It was this community. It was this valuing. The website has since changed, but I remember when I had seen it, and it was this intentionality of saying your story matters, who you are, and no matter what has happened, you are so worth loving. As someone who is 19 and moved into their early 20s, I struggled with a lot of anxiety and depression, and along with other things as well. And I just remember in that moment, it was this lifeline. It was as if someone had thrown this hand out to me that it's like, if I wanted to take it, I could. And honestly, I always kind of joke to myself, I'm like, who knew a sweatshirt could save your life? But it's true, because you have these moments in time where you question things and you want to know there's something more out there. You want to know things have meaning. And so sometimes you walk into a store that you never intentionally meant to go into, and you find a sweatshirt and it says something simple, but it's the most profound thing you could have ever imagined because it was so worth loving. And I just remember, like I said, I picked up that sweatshirt and it unlocked something entirely in me. And from that moment forward, it made me a cheerleader for this community, this company, because even years later, up to last year, I was buying a shirt off the website. When you can find people that stand for something and they value something and they back something so incredibly beautiful like that, why wouldn't you want to support it?